Hi, this is Nanette Hosenfeld with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Thursday, June 18th. Taking a look at impacts for the week ahead, we're looking at some gusty winds and low relative humidities across the Great Basin. Winds going into the weekend will be strongest across the highlighted areas on the map, and critical fire weather conditions are possible. The past 24 hours has been quite dry across the Great Basin, and looking forward to the next 7 days, not much precipitation is expected across the Great Basin. So we've definitely transitioned from the really wet period we were in early June, late May, to a much drier and hotter weather pattern. The water vapor satellite shows a low pressure system over the northern Pacific, and that will move inland and cause an increase in winds across the Great Basin. As we've seen hotter and drier weather lately, portions of the Great Basin have begun drying, and you can see the very dry conditions across southern Nevada. Relative humidities will be quite low this afternoon. You can see single-digit relative humidities forecast across much of Nevada. Wind gusts will develop again this afternoon, and you can see that the strongest winds will be across northern Nevada. On Friday, that low pressure system moves inland, and that will send a cold front into the northern part of the Great Basin. Now, this is a really weak and dry cold front, but it will lower temperatures by a few degrees. Relative humidities will remain quite low on Friday, and gusty winds will develop across portions of the Great Basin in the afternoon. Dry and windy conditions will remain across the Great Basin on Saturday. You can see again the really low relative humidities and areas that will see gusty winds. On Sunday and Monday, a second low pressure system will begin to move inland, and that will bring another round of gusty winds to the Great Basin. That continues into Tuesday, and on Wednesday it looks like moisture begins to increase across southeastern Utah, and that does bring the potential for some showers and thunderstorms. However, it is far enough away in the forecast period that it's a pretty low confidence forecast. You can also see that by next Wednesday, more areas in the Great Basin have transitioned to dry, and that is because of the hot and dry pattern that we are moving into. With this hot and dry weather, ERCs are trending upwards. One of the PSAs in the southern part of the Great Basin has moved up into the 50 to 69th percentile as far as ERCs, and you can see that looking at the individual RAWs, almost all of them have been trending upwards over the past 24 hours. Fuel moisture across the Great Basin is trending downwards. Most sites are at normal, but a couple are below. You can see the Kuna site in southwestern Idaho has dropped below normal. And across most of the Great Basin, sites are generally normal to a little below normal for the time of year. The Climate Prediction Center calls for above average temperatures across most of the Great Basin, with below average precipitation across the northern part of the Great Basin in the 8 to 14 day period. So that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Our information is on the screen, and you can also find us on Twitter. Thanks.